Morning guys, Bud here with Dependable Lawn Care, and as you can see I've been taking apart my 657A. I've got the rear weights off, which they double as a rear weight and a cover to protect the hydro motors and the hoses. And I'll get a close up in here of how everything is laid out. So there's your hydro motor and your lines going in. And then this base plate over here is where your platform mounts to on both sides. And the reason that I went to the trouble of taking this off is because, to be perfectly honest, it's just kind of a crap design when it comes to ride quality. It takes out the vibration of the machine, but there is no suspension, I guess would be the way to put it. When you're standing on that platform, if you jump up and down, you've got about maybe a ½ inch of travel. And you know, all those bumps and everything, all that just goes right into your legs on a standard mower. Most of the newer mowers have switched over to either a coil spring suspension on the platform or rubber bushings, not really like these, but something similar, but turned on its side, and so then your suspension goes into the side of the bushing, if that makes any sense. If you look up a video on Wright mowers, that's how theirs are set up. So anyways, I took that all off so that I could reconfigure how this is put together and do it a little bit different. So I thought about doing some springs, but I'm afraid that I would be messing with the design of the mower too much. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take out one of these bushings on both sides. So I'll have a front bushing and a rear bushing. And then the rear bushing, I can stand on this bushing. I can set it on the floor and stand on it, and I only compress it about ½ an inch. So I think what I'm going to do is take a Forstner bit right in the middle of this, and I'm going to drill out a hole probably about 1 inch diameter to take out about half of that material so that there'll be more compression to that rubber bushing. And then I'm going to put it back on the mower with just the rear bushings on, just the front bushings on with that modification, and see if that helps any with the ride quality. So that's kind of what I'm playing with. And then if it's not stable enough, not sturdy enough, I can always add the other bushings back in. I can add them in place. It's not really a big deal. But I want to try to make the ride quality as good as I can for obvious reason. So anyways, that's what I'm playing with. I'm going to go see if I can find the right size bit and drill one of those out. Okay, I have my Forstner bit set up, and if you haven't seen one of those, they're for woodworking, and you use them to make plug holes. So anyway, it's going to be perfect for this soft rubber to drill a hole just like that. It's a 1 inch Forstner bit, so it should make the ideal hole size for the material that I want to remove. So let's get to it. One drilled out, one to go. So I set it here on the floor with my drilled out bushings in place, and just tried it there, seeing how it felt under my feet, bouncing up and down, and it's already a big difference. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt it on, get everything in place, and see how it feels on the machine before I come to a complete conclusion, but I definitely think this is going to help. Alright guys, everything is back in place, except of course for the weights and the center bushings on both sides. And I think I'm going to go ahead and drill out the other two bushings and add them back into their place. And the only reason is just for longevity. I think it'll last longer if all of the all of the wear and tear isn't on the one bushing in the back, but the way it rides, as far as, you know, like I said, just giving it a bounce test, really it feels good. I mean, it's night and day of what it was, because before it was really just a anti-vibration type system, not really a suspension system. And so with this, what I'm doing, it's creating suspension, which will actually help with the ride quality. So anyway, I know that's a little thing, and but when you're on one of these things all day long, those little things turn into big things. So and the whole point of using a stander is, you know, not feeling that fatigue and strain in your back and everything at the end of the day. And that's what I'm going for. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.